Welcome to the interview, where we keep it 100 about life, growth, and all that real stuff that we deal with on a day-to-day basis. This ain't your regular interview. It's raw, uncut, straight to the point. We talking about the struggles, we talking about the wins, hey, and everything in between. Let's chop it up. We gonna keep it real, and we gonna grow together. The interview. Who is Randy G? It's a very interesting question. Randy G is an individual that understands the importance of, I understand the importance of living within my truth and being my authentic self. And it's kind of difficult to answer this question because it took a long time to get here. It took a long time to get here. When you come up in a situation where it's more about the mold than it is about releasing the individual, it can be hard to navigate yourself through life because you're trying to fit into this box. But we all are created as individuals. And it took me a long time to understand and to realize how important that was as an individual. So for a long time, I had no idea of who Randy G was. I was a chameleon. I was a person that was trying to fit in, didn't want to hurt anybody's feelings, didn't want to go against the grain because, going against the grain, I always had these aspirations of getting in trouble, or being reprimanded. And this all just stems from the way I was raised. I'm not saying I was raised in a bad way. I'm just saying that there were certain components that didn't allow me to be free. I didn't have a voice. I was told to know my place. I was a child. I was supposed to be this individual that followed the rules that was in front of me and fit within this mold because this mold was going to lead me to this place of safety. But that's not reality. Because what happens, I became a quote unquote adult and I get dropped into this real world that we live in. And I had no clue. I had no clue because, you can't just put something in a box, cover that box up and just feed it what you want to feed it. And then one day when you feel like it's big enough and strong enough to handle its own, just throw it out there and expect for it to handle all this rough terrain. And I felt like that's how I was. And so even as an individual, Randy G was trying to navigate within the box. And it was a terrible experience for me. I didn't really know how to communicate with people, so I didn't know how to listen. I always wanted to be heard because I was trying to make up for the time that I had lost. But that's not the way the world goes. At the same time, I wasn't being authentic. I wasn't being who I'm supposed to be, regardless of how others may think about it, or regardless of if it's not the blueprint that was created for me before I could make my own decisions. That's not what matters. What matters was my authenticity. Me living within my truth, me being the person I'm supposed to be. That makes me better for others around me. So ultimately, who a Randy G is now, Randy G is the truth coach. I'm that individual that I want to help people to see the importance of living within their truth. I want people to understand the importance of their authenticity because this is it's infectious. It's infectious. If you have kids and your kids understand that you're authentic and they understand that you're not afraid of the mistakes that could be made because you know that if you make a mistake and then if you fix that mistake, you just create a lesson. And that lesson can be fed on amongst other people. These are the infectious things that grow a bigger and better society, a stronger society, independent society as individuals. Then you bring this independency together, you create this strong unit. See, when I was being created to be the square peg going into the round hole instead of letting my authenticity be the round peg that fits into the hole because I had a position. I just never knew it. So that's who I am. I'm Randy G, the truth coach. I'm that individual that's going to help the world one person at a time by understanding their true authenticity is important. Their truth is important. Their story is important. The way they navigate through their story is important because at the end of the day, the end results affect you first before they affect anybody else. These are the things that I want people to learn. These are the things that I want people to grow with. And I'm guaranteeing you, the Randy G that's here now, I will be the one to create that infectious movement of truth. helping to change this world one person at a time.